Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news that happened during the week January 27th to February 2nd, 2012. In movie news, filming has wrapped on Man of Steel, with the cast and crew finishing up production on the film at Edwards Air Force Base in California this week. As they move into the post-production stage, fans interested to see more of Henry Cavill's acting ability might like to check out his upcoming film, The Cold Light of Day. The film also stars Bruce Willis and Sigourney Weaver. The Cold Light of Day is scheduled for an April 6th premiere. Henry Cavill is quickly winning plenty of fans, not only because of the fact that he's the new Superman, but because he takes time out to sign autographs and take photos with those fans. Pop Candy's TV posted a video in which Henry does just that as he leaves the Chateau Marmont in West Hollywood earlier this week. Henry Cavill also took time out to meet with men and women stationed at the Edwards Air Force Base to sign autographs and pose for photos on January 31st. More than 100 airmen filled the dining facility for an hour, where each received an autographed Man of Steel lithograph. It appears as though we'll be seeing a few flashback or origin scenes in Man of Steel, with young actors playing earlier incarnations of Clark Kent growing up in Smallville. StyleWeekly.com reports that 11-year-old actor Cooper Timberline is playing a younger version of Clark Kent in the film. While Henry Cavill is playing an adult Clark Kent, we also understand that Dylan Sprayberry will be playing a teenage Clark Kent in the movie. It was confirmed this week that a young actor by the name of Robert Gerdish is playing Whitney Fordham in Man of Steel. Fans of the TV series Smallville will remember that there was a character with the name of Whitney Fordman who was prominent as Lana Lang's boyfriend in the first season of the show. Whether this Whitney is the same type of character and why the spelling of his surname is different is unclear at this point in time.
Hi, I'm Tim Daly, the voice of Superman, and you're about to see an advanced clip of Justice League Doom right here on Superman homepage.
Cute! I can do this all day. Can you?
Forget it, Jack. Everybody take what you can and get out.
Right. Soon as I kill Batman.
No way Batman came here alone.
What? I'm supposed to be worried about Robin?
You might want to give up now.
Warner Home Video will distribute the film on Blu-ray, DVD and for download on February 28th. Order yours now from the Superman homepage online store. Warner Brothers released an interview with Phil Morris in which he talks about voicing the character of Vandal Savage for Justice League Doom. He said, "I love Vandal, I played Vandal for the Justice League series a few times, but this is a little bit of a different take on Vandal." You can read the complete interview at the website now. There's no TV news this week except to pass on the news that new episodes of Young Justice are scheduled to air on Cartoon Network in early March. Stay tuned for exact details in the coming weeks. Comic books we reviewed this week included Superman number 5, which was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who said, "This issue is a red herring, but a brilliant one at that," and he rated it a 5 out of 5. Ralph Silver reviewed Justice League number 5, also giving it a 5 out of 5, saying, "Jeff Johns and Jim Lee do not disappoint." DC Universe Online Legends number 22 was reviewed by Jeffrey Taylor, who gave it a lowly 1 out of 5, saying, "This story continues to be all over the place." Sean Morrissey reviewed Teen Titans number 5, saying, "If you like aimless, poorly crafted action, matter-of-fact dialogue and conclusions foreseeable in previous issues, then you may be able to sink your teeth into Teen Titans number 5, and he gave it a 2 out of 5. Sean's wife just gave birth to their first child, so I'd like to congratulate them both and publicly thank Sean for managing to get this review done at all this week. Superman comics available this week from February 1st include Action Comics number 6, which is available in a variant cover, a digital combo pack, and a variant black and white cover, and Superman Reign of Doomsday hardcover. Yep, it's already February, and that means Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Don't get caught out this year without buying something special for that special someone in your life, like these limited edition Superman cufflinks, just $34.99, or this Supergirl corset costume, available in a range of sizes for $50.21. Check out these Valentine's Day gifts and more at your one-stop Superman shop, the Superman homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop. In other news, in May 2011, a drunk driver crashed through the ornamental fence that surrounds the site of Joe Shuster's former home in Cleveland, Ohio, damaging metal plates that tell the story of Superman as it began in 1938. 7 of the 15 plates were damaged in the accident and now have been repaired and replaced. We've seen players dress up as Superman in basketball. This time around it was in the ice hockey that Patrick Kane of the Chicago Blackhawks donned a Superman cape and Clark Kent glasses during Saturday's NHL All-Star Skills competition. Kane was awarded the victory based on text votes of the fans in the building. The Superman homepage Super Trivia Quiz has been updated for another month. The 3 questions we're asking you this time around are: which episode of the 1950s Adventures of Superman TV series does Superman suffer amnesia after a tussle with a meteor? In which episode of the 1990s Lois and Clark TV series does Superman suffer amnesia after a tussle with an asteroid? And in which episode of the TV series Smallville does Clark Kent suffer amnesia thanks to a powerful boy? If you think you know the answer to all 3 questions, come by the site now to submit your entry. That's all the Superman news there was for the week January 27th to February 2nd. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone and welcome to Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. It's good to see you. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about Superman's popularity or lack thereof in modern times. I recently read the Big Blue Report, which is our little newsletter that Steve Younis, creator, owner of the website, puts out every 2 weeks or so, or twice a month. I actually had this idea before I read it, but then reading the newsletter this month about how people give arguments as to why Superman isn't cool just inspired me even further. And my line was going to be, you know, I hear so many times that Superman isn't cool. And why isn't he cool? Because he's too good. He's too helpful. He's too happy to do the right thing and doesn't ever stray. And these statements just confound me because as a parent, and as someone who had parents, isn't it normal for you to want to tell your children to do the right thing, to be helpful when they can, to lend a helping hand, to lift up people who have been oppressed or who fall down, or to help someone pick something up when they trip and drop everything and they feel embarrassed and they're looking around and they're just looking for help, and they want to be inspired and they want to be made to feel better by someone. And these are things that, to me, Superman has always stood for. No, we don't hear the mantra, you know, truth, justice, and helping people when they trip. But on a regular basis, as a regular person, as someone who does not have superpowers, don't we strive to do what we can to help people who need help and to lend assistance when necessary? I mean, I understand that Batman's the most popular, and I understand the argument that people can more connect with a character like Batman. I mean, after all, Batman's a human being, just like we all are, and we can relate to him. I mean, we're all multi-billionaires who own giant corporations that can produce any gadget that we want. I mean, we've all trained a young boy from the circus to be a vigilante just like us, and to dole out, you know, modern vengeance against criminals. And you know, we all have a woman who dresses up in a cat suit who lusts after us, but at the same time is the world's greatest bank robber or a cat burglar type thing. So I understand, I mean, with all those things in common with Batman, why people would like him more. But I mean, even though it's not like most of us were raised by 2 loving parents who taught us to do the right thing, or that most of us hold a job and fall in love with someone and maybe even get married, and obviously we can't connect with those things, but I mean, the idea that we're trying to live a normal life while at the same time doing everything we can to help people seems to be something that we should have in common with Superman. At least I do. And I found recently 2 examples that made me feel a little bit better about the state of the world, because it seems like if everybody thinks it's uncool to be helpful and to be good and to do the right thing, that must mean that they're learning it somewhere. They're learning it from society, or they're not learning from their parents that it's good to be good, and that's the way you should want to live your life. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer that you want to be a good person, but some people, young people, are learning that it's not, because then they grow up to be these adults who give me a hard time about why Superman isn't cool because he's good. But the 2 examples that I have seen recently that make me think there's hope for the future is that my sister today sent me a picture of a teacher's room while she was at work. This is another teacher that she works with who has Superman posters above her desk, much like I do, and told her she was a giant fan. And this teacher is a female 30-year-old, and that makes me very happy anytime I see that. And then my nephew, whom is only 2, and I haven't had much time myself to watch a lot of Superman with him or to inspire the love of Superman, will occasionally wear a Superman shirt, and his dad will ask him, who's better, Batman or Superman? And he will say with fist in the air, Superman! And that makes me happy when I hear politicians and the like, or other people, say that Superman's so old that young kids probably don't even know who he is. This kid's 2, and there are no Superman cartoons that he's watching, but he certainly knows who's better, and this inspires hope in me for the future. Thanks, everybody, for watching. This is Great Scott, and remember, always look up in the sky.